Where did I put my glass? Oh.
You better not be trying to get on my Wi-Fi.
And now I'm trying to find my damn phone. My other phone missing.
You were about to get ready. Did you act? Did he actually? What you need?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are here to advocate for children first, and we're also here to advocate for awareness of violence. So, without further ado, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Hit the bell. Share my videos. It's very important. I'm trying to at least get to 5K by the end of May. So please help me get to my goal. We're here to advocate once again for children first. Now, we have a lot of stories that I want to talk about, but my phone is dead. So what I'm going to have to do is play out the news video first and then give my commentary after the news video. So, our first story, we got four stories today. First one is Detroit 4-year-old was shot after a drive-by shooting. Then we have a school bus full of kids. In Mexico, a car hit the bus and flipped the bus, injuring a bunch of children, the driver and himself. Driver went 100 miles per hour. We're going to talk about that next. Then we have a dad who was allegedly left a child on a highway after a crash. And then we have a road rage out of Houston, which was a road rage fight that stops traffic on Beltway 8. So we have a lot to talk about in the stories today. And without further ado, let's get straight on to the video.
From Detroit's west side, a boy is in the hospital after being hit by a bullet during a drive-by shooting.
Now, this happened on Stout Street. That's near Evergreen. And that's where we find 7 Action News reporter Peter Maxwell.
And Peter, what have you learned so far about what went down there? Well, I can confirm this. Before 3:30 this morning, a young boy was shot in a possible drive-by shooting. I'm going to step out of the shot here so you can see these evidence markers. There are 4 evidence markers in the street here on Stout, and just over to our right, or to my right, excuse me, is the house that police have been going in and out of all morning long. We do not know the boy's age, but we can confirm it. It was a young boy that was shot and rushed to a hospital. The condition of that young boy is still not known at this time. We're working our sources here on South Street to gather more information, and as we do get that information, we'll be sure to bring it to you. From reporting on Detroit's West Side, I'm Peter Maxwell, 7 Action News.
All right, and of course, what's most important is the condition of that young boy. We wish him all the best. Peter Maxwell, live for us this morning. Peter, we'll check back in with you a bit later.
Okay, this was the backstory. A 4-year-old was shot. The child was 4 years old, out of Detroit, Michigan. He was shot as he was sleeping in his bed. He was shot in his buttocks after a drive-by shooting, after someone shot in a vehicle driving by. Now, it's like some people just don't need to have guns. It's just that simple. Because you're using weapons for the wrong reasons. It makes you wonder how people are getting access to guns. This is gun violence. It's thugs with guns. Thugs with guns. You can't even sleep in your own bed without someone opening a fire and you get hit by a straight bullet. It makes no sense. And I'm gonna say this: whoever is responsible for this shooting that injured this 4-year-old needs to be brought to justice. The fact that you can shoot and your bullet hit a 4-year-old child in the buttocks, and you have the nerve to leave the scene after you cause mayhem, you need to be arrested. Whoever involved needs to be arrested. And my well wishes is to the victim. Hope the victim have a speedy recovery. I'm gonna say this, and I found this crazy. Where is Black Lives Matter when you need Black Lives Matter? When you talking about a 4-year-old who was shot, why ain't nobody outraged? Like, nobody out there wondering who did this? Nobody, somebody is responsible for this crime and needs to be brought to justice. Point blank, period. There's no need to be careless. There's no need to be rude, ignorant, and selfish. You commit a crime, turn yourself in. It ain't the police's job to track you down because you want to run from justice. But you can go out here and commit. If I'm responsible for this injury caused on this 4-year-old kid, because at the end of the day, this kid is going to have to live with scars for the rest of his life because of your stupidity that you caused upon Thank you guys so much for watching this particular video. We'll go straight over to our next story.
One second, kids are laughing and talking, and the next, they are thrown on top of each other. This video released by the Albuquerque Police Department shows the moment of impact when a speeding Ford Mustang hits a school bus full of middle school students. Kids climbed out of windows and the emergency door to safety, while adult bystanders who witnessed the crash came to assist the frightened kids. According to the Albuquerque Public Schools, there were 23 students heading home at the time of the crash. The bus driver and 7 students were sent to the hospital for their injuries. 2 of the children required surgery, 1 for injuries to their legs and 1 with a pelvic fracture. Police say the white Mustang was allegedly racing another vehicle and going over 100 miles per hour when it struck the bus. The driver was charged with 2 counts of great bodily harm by a vehicle, a third-degree felony.
I think this is the first time on my actual channel that I talk about street racing. I never ever talked or did a video about street racing. Now, this bus accident happened in Mexico. Street racing. A Mustang and another vehicle is street racing. Mustang went over 100 miles per hour. Let's repeat that again. Over 100 miles per hour. Hit the bus on the side. Flipped it. 7 people is injured, including the driver. 7 is taken to the hospital. 2 required surgery. 1 student had a fractured leg. Other had a fractured pelvis. Let's use this for a learning tool. Street racing is dangerous because it causes accidents. You could have You could have caused a deadly accident because you want to street race. And I guess the driver was charged with 2 counts of aggravated or some type of assault resulting with a vehicle. Now, the charges don't fit the crime. The charges should be reckless driving, resulting in bodily harm. Because for people to be injured in Albuquerque, New Mexico, street racing is a big, big problem in America, and it needs to be stopped. Street racing led to people being killed. It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. You put your life in jeopardy. You also put the public's life in jeopardy. There's no need to do street racing. Use common sense. So all I ask. Use common sense. Common sense will tell you that's not a good idea. Period, point blank. It is stupid and reckless. Bottom line. Throw the book at this driver of that Mustang and send him to prison for the next 9 to 30 years. This is ridiculous. Could have caused a severe accident. On to our next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Share this video and all my videos. Dad left child on highway.
This is how we load the mix-ins into
A man allegedly took off running, abandoning his child after a crash that snarled traffic on a Wisconsin freeway, according to reports. The incident was captured on the state's Department of Transportation cameras. The overturned car forced 3 lanes of traffic into one, while authorities checked on the people involved. Video shows an officer approach a child on the highway and then go over to the vehicle and help the dad out. But as the officer was putting them into the back of his patrol vehicle, Video shows the dad make a run for it, jumping over a highway median and darting across several lanes of traffic. Authorities reportedly caught up with him later and arrested him. Reports identified him as 21-year-old Ladarius Davis Hughes, and he's charged with reckless endangerment, neglect. A child, possessing a firearm, and 2 counts of bail jumping. For Inside Edition Digital.
Some people just don't need children. First of all, there's a red flag on the play. Why would you be having a firearm in a vehicle with a child inside there? Secondly, why would you run? That means you're always hiding something. When you ran over traffic just to run and get away from the police. You didn't care about your child. You cared about yourself. And I say this, parents, mothers and fathers, just don't need children. If you can't raise a child the correct way, you shouldn't have it. If you a career criminal, you shouldn't have children. Because then that child's going to grow up being a criminal. It's just what it is. Now, I don't understand why would he build jump and run? Do you not know? I mean, you should go to jail anyways. You had weapons and everything else in the vehicle, and speeding probably would cause you to flip over. You made no effort to come to a resolution. But what you did was ran like you was gonna get away or something. That they was gonna catch up with you. So in this case, this father used to do time and evaluate himself and to think twice before running from police. I'm gonna leave it at that. To our last story. I want to talk about this road rage. It's on Inside Edition, and this happened on um, Beltway 8 on a highway. And it seems like a man and a female got into it. It was road rage, and a fight occurred. They stopped right in the middle of the freeway.
In the middle of one of Houston's busiest highways, in the middle of one of the busiest travel times, a confrontation that literally stopped traffic. I had to stop because they parked in front of me. And then I saw him get out of the car, and that's when I was like, okay, let me catch this just in case something happens. I don't know, and I'll have the video. The man who shot the video asked us not to share his name. He was on his way home from work Monday afternoon around 3:30 on the San Houston Toll.
All right. This is what I don't understand. People are trying to go home, and you pull over in the middle of a highway and start fighting over road rage, over, you know, and this is my opinion. Road rage should be a crime. It should be, because you're interfering with people who need to get through to go to the destination. It should be a crime. Because road rage can lead to two things: homicide and injuries. It ain't worth it to be careless and just stop in the middle of a freeway, especially in Texas, and start acting like two-year-olds. Just it's unbelievable what people do. You know, you could have got yourself hit by an oncoming vehicle. Could have got your doors hit and flew off. Anything could have happened when you're on the highway fighting. Could have caused an accident. Anything. I don't understand why people get so irritated and confront people while they drive. That's deadly. Vehicles are a deadly weapon, and it's really dangerous because you're putting other people's lives at risk. You want to put on a show on the front and on the highway. And I watch a lot of videos on YouTube where, you know, people have all these different types of road rage and breaking cars and fighting, and you're holding up traffic just to not even in a way make yourself.
How are we on YouTube? Yeah, definitely.
Make yourself, you know, you gotta be a bigger person. Just walk away, find something better to do, and just you know, don't be a clown and be crazy and doing dumb stuff. But that's all the commentary I have for you guys today. Like, comment,